You're meant to be large. You're meant to be a giver. You're meant to be a life giver. Your freedom is not just a gift for you, it's a gift for the world. What are you waiting for? Hi, doctor. This is going to be a little bit of a different episode that I'm recording for you guys today. It is not even scripted. I just need to talk to you. And that's why I'm calling it Dear Doctor. For those that are finding us for the first time, I'm Dr. Latifat. I am all in on helping women physicians have money, create wealth, and have the freedom of time and life that they deserve so they can live a life of impact that they are born to create. I have been a coach now for about 4 years, and I've had the pleasure of working with so many women physicians in their journey. I've had many conversations in private, in public. I've had conversations with you in secret. I know lots of secret stories. I am one of the first people you talk to when you're like, I want to get my money ish together. I have been hiding in shame. I've been struggling, and I want my money to start living richly for myself. I'm one of those people that you talk to. And so, from that perspective, is what I want to talk to you about this year because we are now in 2025, which is a brand new year. And what we're not going to do is do things the same way that we did last year. So, dear doctor, I know that the life is changed. I know that medicine is changed. I know that healthcare is changed. I know that your relationships may be changing. Your years are changing. Your health may be changing. However, we're not going to do this year the same as we did last year because we cannot keep doing everything the same and expecting a different result. So here's what we're not going to do this year. We're not going to play small this year. What do I mean by that? You're not going to pretend that you're happy with a life that is not meant for you. We're not going to pretend that you're happy in a practice that's sucking the life out of you. We're not going to pretend like you're good with doing the status quo right now, even though like your soul is literally dying because you're like, I need an escape. I am done with being trapped. I'm tired of being trapped. Something needs to change. But what we do for the most part is we have those thoughts, yet we continue on back. We start the same thing again the next day, the same day, the next thing, the same day, the next thing, the same day. This is not going to be a year that we play small. This is not going to be a year that we say, well, I'm going to settle for. This is not going to be the year that we say, at least, blah, blah, blah. This is not going to be a year where we know that we have dreams that are calling out our names. We have visions that are calling out our names. There are still things you want to do, regardless of your age, whether you're 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s. There are still things you want to do. This is not the year that we settle for less than we're born to have. Dear doctor, this is not the year to wait. You already know that patience can be a good thing, but procrastination and patience is not the same thing. You keep listening to that small voice in your head that's sabotaging you. That voice that's telling you, but it's not good enough. Maybe you do it later. Maybe not now. Maybe it's not going to work. Maybe they're going to judge me. We all have that voice. It's a quiet voice, low volume. But this is not the year that we're going to listen to that voice. This is the year that we're going to flip that voice, meaning that you're going to do the exact opposite of what that voice is telling you. If it tells you to hide, you say no because hiding takes you away from the bigger life that you're created to live. We're going to say no. If it's telling you to hide in shame, if it's telling you, but at least you can do it next year, but maybe another year, do it later. Take just, you don't have time to deal with your finances right now. You don't have time to learn all the stuff that it's going to take. Yeah, you don't have time. At least you have a good earning income. This is not the year that we are going to wait because time is going, life is going. There are people you are meant to impact. Your kids are growing. They're never going to be 10 again. They're never going to be 15 again. They're never going to be 21 again. One of my clients last year took a sabbatical off. She took some time and traveled with her kids that are now in their 20s, I believe in their 20s. Like, you are never going to have that time back. Now is not the time to wait. It is not the time to wait. It is not the time to hide in shame. It is not the time to procrastinate. This is not going to be another year that you hide quietly. I know some of you guys are listening to this podcast, and I hear messages from people that eventually end up coming out of the shadows, and they're like, Latifat, I've been listening for years. I've been hiding for years. This is not the year for you to keep hiding. You're beautifully and wonderfully made. There's so much value. Like you're a big deal. You're a catch. You are a badass. You do not deserve to hide in the shadows. Come out of hiding. There's work for you to do. You are worth knowing. You're worth being known. This is not the time to hide. Dear doctor, this is the year to not let discomfort keep you from your big dreams. When you look at everybody that's successful, hyper successful, discomfort is the key. This is not another year to pick comfort. This is the year to lean into discomfort, knowing that discomfort is the currency to the change that you desire. Discomfort is the currency to the change that you want, the change that your life and those of the people that you call to impact is depending on your discomfort. Lean in. Don't back away. Think about it like a tampon and like a bleeding that's happened. You put pressure on it. If you put the pressure off too quickly, it is going to bleed out. This is the time to apply the pressure. Don't let it go. Lean into the discomfort. The change is coming. There is such a pull to our past. There's such a pull to our status quo. There's a pull to be like pull for you to go back to the way that you used to be. Don't let that happen. Don't let it happen. This is the year for you to break away from the chains that's holding you from the past. The voices. I don't know what the voices are. Maybe it's parents telling you that you're trying too much. You should be happy with where you are. Aren't you already successful? Those voices. Well, greedy people look for money. Greedy people are trying to invest. Greedy people. And you let that be a ceiling that's causing you to grind harder without freedom. Freedom of your life is a gift to the world. Don't you know that? Dear doctor, are you listening to me right now? This is the year that you cannot afford to be the same again. Because doing the same thing this year is literally pulling you back. Doing the same this year isn't getting you 1 year forward or the same. It's actually a loss. Because you're not only losing grounds from who you could be, who you should be, who you are meant to be, but now you're actually in the negative. This is not the year. Life is valuable. Your life is valuable. Time is valuable. Your time is valuable. We know that better than most. You've seen it. You've experienced it. You've probably called the time of death of people that are younger than your age. You know that we're all living on borrowed time. This is the year for you to rise up. This is the year for you to say that I'm going to get my financial house in order. This is the year for you to say, Latifat, I'm ready to lean in to be all that I am meant to be. This is the year. What else needs to change for you to get the fact that you may not have another turn? You may not. You may not. What needs to change for you to get that today is the day to say yes to the dreams you've been ignoring, to the you that you've been hiding? I have the honor of teaching so many physicians, and I can tell you that so many of us have a money badass in us that is waiting to come out. Yet, we keep hiding her like she does not deserve to see the light of day. Dear doctor, not in 2025. This is not the year to play small. This is the year to say, I may be scared, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is the year to say that I am going to work towards our freedom of time. My dreams are valid. My life is valid. This is the year for us to say no to people pleasing. Like, why does their voice get to be stronger, better, and more trustworthy than yours? This is the year for you to press on, for you to press in, for you to rise up and say, Latifat, it's my year. So I'm Dr. Latifat. I help women physicians learn money, have money, create the wealthy life that they are meant to create so they can stop pretending to be smaller than they are. You're meant to be large. You're meant to be a giver. You're meant to be a life giver. Your freedom is not just a gift for you, it's a gift for the world. What are you waiting for? Over the last couple of weeks, my team and I have been working really hard on how we're going to make 2025 the most profound. It's going to require a different version of us. It's going to require us to give at a level that we've never given before, serve at a level we've never served before. For me personally, that has meant that I've looked into my own wheelhouse and asked myself, do I have the tools that I need? Or do I need to get different set of tools? And there's some tools that I'm keeping the same that I've used personally, but there's some tools that I've also acquired, like a new coach to be able to help me get to the next level so that I can serve you at the level that I know that I'm called to serve in 2025. We're not doing things the same. I'm uncomfortable with some of them, but I'm not letting that stop me either. So, one of the resources that I'd like to share with you today is a wonderful series that you can get directly in your email, where I have curated the 5 mistakes that women physicians are making that is literally keeping them away from the financial freedom that they deserve. And if you want to access that, all you have to do is go to moneyfitmd.com/mistakes, and you will be able to get immediate access to all those 5 series that will be sent to you daily so that you too can learn from the wisdom that I've acquired from working with so many women physicians. Wisdom is a gift not to be hidden, it's a gift to be shared. So that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. But also for some of you guys, it may be time for you to come out of the shadows and go all in on yourself by joining us inside of the Money School. One of the things that we're doing this year is we're going, I don't want to say big, but we're going deep, we're going richer. That's our goal. And what that means for you is that when you join the Money School, you would be benefiting from our group coaching, but also we're kind of creating a little hybrid this year where during the span of the 12 weeks, 12 months, not weeks, 12 months we're working together, you are going to have 2 to 1, which means it's a trio, me, you, and your body that we're going to assign you to inside of the Money School. We will be touching base and doing 2 coaching sessions together this year because we really want to go deep to find out what your real deal is, what your real locks are, and make sure that we really helping our women physicians, not just on the surface, but deeply to accomplish and live the life that they want. And we've been doing that for years now. But in 2025, we're taking that even to a deeper level. You will be learning from the power of visioning that we're teaching our women, vision casting, so that you're not building a house that's not meant for you, but you're building a house that is actually meant for you. Like your own rich life, not your mama's rich life, not your attendant's rich life, not the medical system, not culture, not, misogyny and all this other stuff that is literally keeping us back. We're not going to listen to them this year. And what we want to help you with in the Money School is create that. Create a life of wealth, a life of freedom. So the way you do that is if you want to schedule a call, it's time. It's time. You know, I'm talking to you. If you know it's time, you know it's time. You're never going to feel ready. It's going to feel like a big leap, but that is exactly what you want. A big leap from where you are to where you're trying to get to. And we'll give you the resources to make the landing softer so it doesn't have to be a shock to your nervous system. And the way you do that is by going to moneyfitmd.com/call, schedule a consultation call so that we can see how we can serve you, if you are the right fit for our community or not. Because what we provide in the community is more than just money coaching, it's deep work, it's real, enlightening, really empowering, equipping, support. And in fact, recently, with the women physicians, some of the women physicians in the Money School were describing in their words what the Money School meant for them and what it's provided for them. And people are like, it's let me be open to a reality that I did not even know existed, opportunities that I didn't know existed. And that is through the power of a community, but also through what we do by bringing our guest experts to come in and complement what we do inside of the Money School. So, all this is to say that 2025 is not the year that we do on repeat. This is the year that you lean into the resources. This is the year that you lean into discomfort. This is the year that you say no more procrastination. It is my year. And 2025 is going to be the best year yet in your finances, in your rich life, in your wealth. But only if you decide that that is the case. So if you're ready, we've given you some resources. moneyfitmd.com/mistakes, moneyfitmd.com/call. And of course, the podcast here is a resource for you as well. If you haven't read my book, Done with Broke, yet, it's available on Amazon. We will make sure we put a link in the show notes so that you can also access that. In 2025, we're committed to helping women physicians go deeper, grow wider, grow richer, so that you can live an extraordinary year in 2025. If you're ready for that, stay tuned because there's so much more coming your way this year. All right. I love you. Thank you for being a part of my world in 2024. And cheers to your rich life in 2025.